On June 12, 1898, the sleepy town of Kawit, Cavite, became the epicenter of a seismic shift in Southeast Asian history. Under a blistering sun, General Emilio Aguinaldo stood on the balcony of his ancestral home, clutching a declaration etched with the blood and defiance of generations. Around him, a sea of Katipuneros, revolutionaries, farmers, and townsfolk craned their necks, their faces alight with a fragile hope. With a flourish, Aguinaldo unfurled a flag sewn in secrecy by exiled patriots in Hong Kong, a radiant tapestry of crimson, azure, and gold, crowned by a sunburst with 3 stars. As the Marcha Filipina Magdalo swelled in the air, tears mingled with cheers. For the first time in 333 years, Filipinos dared to breathe the word Kalayan, freedom.
The road to Kawit's balcony was paved with centuries of subjugation. Spanish colonization began in 1565, when Miguel López de Legazpi anchored in Cebu, planting the cross and the sword on Philippine soil. Manila, dubbed the Pearl of the Orient, became a hub for galleon trade, but its wealth flowed to Madrid. Filipinos, reduced to indios, toiled under the encomienda system, a feudal nightmare where friars and elites extracted tributes, crops, and souls. Resistance simmered in the shadows. From the 17th-century revolts of Tamblot and Bangka to the 18th-century Dagohoy rebellion in Bohol, which lasted 85 years, Filipinos chipped at the colonial edifice. But it was the 1872 Cavite Mutiny, a spark mislabeled as treason, that lit the fuse. 3 priests, Gomez, Burgos, and Zamora, were executed by garrote, martyrs to a cause not yet born.
The late 19th century saw the rise of the ilustrados, enlightened ones, young Filipinos educated in Europe, intoxicated by Enlightenment ideals. Among them, José Rizal emerged as the movement's lodestar. His novels Noli Me Tangere, 1887, and El Filibusterismo, 1891, exposed the rot of friar dominance, branding colonialism a social cancer. Yet Rizal advocated reform, not revolution, a stance that clashed with the firebrand Andrés Bonifacio, a warehouse clerk turned revolutionary. In 1892, Bonifacio founded the Katipunan, a secret society sworn to armed revolt. Its creed, etched in blood oaths, was simple: Pante Pante, Malaya, at Magka Kapatid, equal, free, and united. On August 23, 1896, the cry of Pugad Lawan echoed across Luzon as Katipuneros tore their cédulas, tax certificates, shouting, "Viva la Independencia Filipina!" The revolution had begun.
The Katipunan's early victories were tempered by internal strife. Aguinaldo, a rising leader from Cavite, clashed with Bonifacio over strategy. In 1897, Bonifacio was arrested, tried for treason, and executed, a fracture that haunted the revolution. Spain struck back, driving rebels into the mountains. Yet geopolitics intervened. The Spanish-American War erupted in 1898, and U.S. Commodore George Dewey's fleet obliterated Spanish ships in Manila Bay. Aguinaldo, exiled in Hong Kong, struck a Faustian bargain with U.S. officials, who promised support for independence. Returning to the Philippines, he rallied forces and declared sovereignty on June 12. But freedom proved fleeting. In December 1898, the Treaty of Paris handed the Philippines to the U.S. for $20 million. Betrayed, Filipinos pivoted to a new war, this time against their erstwhile allies. The Philippine-American War, 1899 to 1902, became a crucible of suffering. Villages burned, civilians massacred, and heroes like General Gregorio del Pilar fell in the trenches of Tirad Pass.
For decades, the dream of independence flickered under U.S. rule. The 1934 Tidings-McDuffie Act promised self-governance after a 10-year transition, but World War II intervened. Japanese occupation, 1942 to 1945, brought fresh horrors, death marches, starvation, and guerrilla resistance. Manila, liberated in 1945, lay in ruins, its streets strewn with corpses. Finally, on July 4, 1946, the Philippines raised its flag in Manila's Luneta Park, signaling formal independence from the U.S. Yet the date felt hollow, a relic of colonial deference. In 1962, President Diosdado Macapagal reclaimed June 12 as the true Independence Day, declaring, "A nation's soul cannot be borrowed. It must be rooted in its own struggle."
Today, June 12 is a symphony of memory. At the Aguinaldo Shrine, descendants reenact the 1898 proclamation. Schools hold essay contests on Rizal's legacy. Villages stage sinaculo, passion plays, blending Christ's suffering with Bonifacio's martyrdom. In diaspora, Filipinos hoist flags in parades from New York to Dubai, their chants of Mabuhay, bridging oceans. Yet the day is also a mirror. Debates simmer. Was independence a gift or a theft? Were the Ilustrados heroes or elitists? The answers lie in the blood-soaked rice fields, the whispered prayers of Katipunan widows, and the unyielding spirit of a people who, in the words of historian Renato Constantino, forged their destiny not in gold, but in fire. June 12 is more than a date. It is a covenant between the living and the dead, a vow that freedom, once won, must never sleep.
Independence Day on June 12, 2025, marks the 127th anniversary of the country's declaration of independence from Spain. This year's celebrations feature a mix of cultural, civic, and community-driven events across the nation. Here is a small fraction of all the events or activities inspired by this year's Philippine Independence Day celebration. 1. Historical film screenings. TBA Studios is re-releasing General Luna 2015 and Goyo 2018 in select cinemas from June 12 to 15. These critically acclaimed films depict the lives of revolutionary generals Antonio Luna and Gregorio del Pilar during the Philippine-American War. Screenings will occur in Metro Manila cinemas like SM North EDSA, Robinson's Galleria, and Shangri-La Red Carpet Cinemas, with tickets starting at 150 pesos. 2. Nationwide job fairs. SM Supermalls and the Department of Labor and Employment, DULA, are hosting Kalayan job fairs on June 12 and 28 SM malls. Over 840 employers will offer 72,000 plus vacancies across industries like manufacturing, retail, and BPO. On-the-spot hiring and government services, SSS, full health, will be available. 3. Free public transportation. MRT3 and LRT2 will offer free rides during rush hours, 7 to 9 a.m. and 5 to 7 p.m., on June 12 to ease travel costs and encourage participation in festivities. 4. Civic services and road closures. A. Free medical checkups at Luneta Park on June 12 via the National Historical Commission of the Philippines, NHCP. B. Free voter certification at Rizal Park, June 10 to 11, ahead of the 2025 barangay elections. C. Road closures near Rizal Park, Ecampo, Roxas Boulevard, from 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. on June 12. 5. Cultural highlights. A. Limquetcay Mall in Cagayan de Oro unveiled a giant Philippine flag made of 12,000 origami butterflies, symbolizing national transformation and hope. B. Filipino performers showcased traditional dances and talents at the Osaka Expo 2025 during the Philippine National Day. 6. Health and Wellness Fair. In a Baguio suburb, the Quirino Hill District Health Center will conduct health fair at the Middle Quirino Hill covered court, accommodating only residents from its catchment barangays, Camdas, Dizon, East Quirino Hill, Lower Quirino Hill, Middle Quirino Hill, and West Quirino Hill, due to resource limitations. These events reflect the 2025 theme, Kalayan, Kinabukasan, Kasezian, Independence, Future, History, emphasizing unity, heritage, and progress.
As the sun rises on June 12, 2025, the Philippines will come alive with vibrant festivities celebrating Independence Day, guided by the theme Independence, Future, History. Now, this theme encapsulates the essence of freedom, a celebration not just of the past, but also an optimism for the future driven by historical awareness. People will gather in parks and plazas, waving the national flag, its colors boldly representing the courage and sacrifices of those who fought for liberty. Children adorned in traditional attire will join the parades, their smiles shining as bright as the sun, embodying the hope and promise of the future. The theme invites Filipinos to reflect on the struggles faced throughout history in achieving this hard-won independence. Schools and communities will engage in educational programs to share tales of national heroes and significant events that shaped the nation. Stories of resilience and determination will echo through cultural presentations, symbolizing a collective memory that fortifies national pride. The streets will resonate with traditional music and dance as performers in colorful costumes reenact pivotal moments from the fight for freedom, reminding everyone of the unyielding spirit that surges through the heart of every Filipino. Yet amid the celebrations lies a powerful call to action, a commitment to build a brighter future grounded in the lessons of the past. Exhibitions themed around innovation and sustainability will showcase the creative talents of contemporary artists and entrepreneurs, heralding a new era in the Philippines. Workshops and discussions will be held, emphasizing the importance of democracy, social justice, and environmental responsibility. By fostering a culture of unity and progress, the celebration of Independence Day becomes a pivotal moment in reimagining the country's trajectory, ensuring that freedom is cherished and preserved for generations to come. As fireworks illuminate the night sky, the significance of this occasion will become clear. Independence Day serves not only as a reminder of liberation, but as a beacon of hope and an affirmation of identity. Filipinos will revel in their diverse heritage, celebrating the very essence of what it means to be part of this nation with its rich tapestry of cultures and traditions, through the lens of independence, future, history. The Philippines will honor its past while embracing the possibilities that lie ahead, united by a common dream of progress, equality, and lasting peace.
In the morning light we stand tall and strong, united in pride where the sun's warmth belongs. From the ashes of yesterday we've grown, holding hands we face the world none alone. Through the trials and the storms we've come so far, honoring those who fought, their spirits never marred. With every step we walk towards tomorrow, together we rise, breaking every barrier. On June 12th, we shine with joy and pride, a vibrant nation under the open sky, flags waving high, hearts full of light, celebrating freedom in the warm sunlight. Pride parades fill the air, colors so bright, voices laced in harmony, a powerful sight. We embrace our heritage with every beat, united in love through the endless heat. Let's break break the chains, let's break the mold. Our dreams are big, they're bold and bold. With every breath we'll chase the horizon. In this journey we're all part of the mission. As the day unfolds, we each share our stories of hope and courage, of love and glory. Each face a canvas painted with dreams. Together we paint the future without seams. In the evening glow we gather once more, reflecting on what we've been through before. With every sunset we see new beginning. In this circle we find our true destinies. On June 12th, we shine with joy and pride, a vibrant nation under the open sky. Flags waving high, hearts full of light, celebrating free out in the warm sunlight. Bright, bright, fill the air, colors so bright, voices raised in the harmony of our full sight. We embrace our heritage with every beat.